3 is like the perfect volume for this. What's going on, Pokemon League Championship fans? As always, I am your host and CEO, Murrah, aka Ian, Big Dog, you know, that whole shebang. We'll be doing giveaways and shit again today. We've got matches today. I'm actually going to pull up one of the previews. We got 3 matches and 3 just like preview pictures. You know, it's the way she goes, bud. But we will be starting with Mike and Justin. I don't have any co-commentators today. Everybody's celebrating some type of like egg holiday with some asshole in Animal Crossing or something. I don't get it. But today, God, this used to be so much better before AvBev bought it. But Wicked Weed Pernicious IPA, it's pretty good still. It's not as good as it was before Budweiser started making it. Anyway, we'll just launch right into this since I don't have anybody to riff off of, really. Starting us out, we have Justin versus Mike. So Justin has been having a pretty rough season. He's lost most of his matches. Oh yeah, we're also doing giveaways, so let me kick that up. Boop. What's up? We're doing giveaways. So Justin's lost most of his matches. He's in the bottom 3, which are the people that aren't making it to playoffs right now. There's still a chance that they could turn it around and make playoffs, but as of right now, the bottom 3 are not in contention for playoffs. So yeah, I think I could just trade. I think I got some Dittos lying around. Excuse me. Bottom 3 not in contention for playoffs, unfortunately. So Justin's been having a rough season of it. Here we see a lot of his similar Pokemon, although we got 2 new additions to, well, not new additions. He doesn't very often use his, Lucario, so we're seeing that this week. And then we're seeing his Weavile, which is new from mid-season. I don't even think we saw that last week. There we go, Dittos. Here we go. Alright, so that's what he's bringing new. Orbeetle again, who's a really good Pokemon. I wish I could have seen this match. We've got his Indeedee out here and his Drifloon probably with the same type of seed setup that he normally does. I don't know if he actually led that or not. On Mike's side, we've got Poochirin, who we've only seen a couple times. That's actually low-key a broken Pokemon. Would have accepted it myself if I didn't like Raichu so much. It's got a really good stat pool. It's got some good moves, a really cool ability. His Bronzong, who he's had for a lot of this season, this kind of looks like a hybrid Trick Room team. Like he might like go Trick Room and then also a little bit of speed there, because we have his first week bringing the Gyarados, which matches up terribly against that Manectric, and then he has his Hitmontop from mid-season, which gets that Intimidate Fake Out support that we're so familiar with from Jordan's use. Then we also see his Togekiss, which we know a decent bit about. Again, Mike's one of the top rated players right now. Justin, one of the lower rated players right now, so it's kind of hard. What up, Jay? It's Jordan, good to see you, man. It's kind of hard to see, where exactly we're going to come out. I mean, off the bat, you're going to assume that Justin is losing, but mid-season has shaken up quite a few teams. Mike is the more seasoned player, but then again, we just had, some time off, so the possibility that some of these players might be, a little rusty. So let's go ahead and skip to the results of this match. This is, boom, here we go, Justin. Boom, and a fucking shocking turn of events. Justin actually goes and 5-0s Mike. Again, one of the top-rated players, not just of this season, but of all time. Always in the top 3, usually, if not second place, first place, a lot of times throughout the season. An amazing player, and Justin comes in after having a really rough season and hits him with a nice, clean 5-0. Justin said that status played a big part in this. He said he was like, I got lucky, I got some statuses on stuff. I was like, luck? That sounds like strategy to me, dog. But apparently status played a huge bit in the outcome of this match, and it ended up resulting in Justin getting a 5-0 on Mike, which takes a huge chunk out of Mike's score and also puts a huge addition onto Justin's score, putting him back into contention for possibly making it to playoffs. We'll go ahead and get back to some other matches later. This one we actually have a replay of. It's Jordan versus Brian. I heard some people talking about this match. This match is apparently pretty good. Jordan has been having a rough season, but he's still in the middle of the pack where he normally is. And we're seeing, what are we seeing on this squad here? Sorry, I got so many tabs open now. Morpeko, he got that Alolan Ninetales, so he's dual weathering it with Alolan Ninetales and Pelipper. He's got his Goodra, Mudsdale. I mean, this team is just packed with power and bulk, especially if he gets the Aurora Veil up, which he has 2 possible setters of that, with Gmax Lapras using its ability or its attack to set it, or even just a free Hail Light Clay out of the Ninetales there for the Light Clay version of Aurora Veil, which is even more fucking annoying. Morpeko, Life Orb, I mean, we've been seeing that a couple bits this last couple weeks. He's been doing some good stuff with it. Goodra, Salt Vested, just there to tank hits and hit back hard with some special attacks. And then he's got leftovers on his Mudsdale to eat some heavy hitting physical attacks and hopefully get some good ground moves out. I think it matches up decently against Brian, but Brian has a well-rounded team over here. We've got his Ribombi, which he's used a couple times. That has the access to things like skill swap strategies, stuff like that. His Jiranchi, which he got from midseason, as well as that Tyranitar there. He got both of those on midseason, so those are brand new for this. We haven't actually seen him in a replay, I don't think, since midseason. Then we have his Corviknight chilling, doing what it does with Mirror Armor, being a bulky, hard-hitting Pokemon. He did pick up this Caparaja after Zach dropped it, so we'll take a second. We'll see what that is all about. Caparaja has a couple ways it can go. It can go just like generally offensive with Sheer Force Life Orb. It could do like quite a lot of stuff, so he's got some options there. And he has access to its Gigantamax form, which sets Steel Spikes, which you know, you'd be like, who cares about Steel Spikes? But Steel Spikes are actually pretty fucking cool. Hang on a sec. Yeah, we're gonna load this back up. Sorry, moving over some EVs that just hatched. And then we'll kick off this match. Without any commentators, you might get a little bored. That's okay. It's natural. I have a very monotone voice. Alright, here we go. We're going to kick off this match. Since we have no commentators, I don't have to do a countdown, so we're just going to get right into it. While I restock my eggs. I think, you know, neither of these, we're not seeing his selection yet, so we're going to get a little sneak peek into what Jordan was thinking about when he was leading. Here we go. So he's leading that Pelipper, taking a second look. Focus Sash on the Pelipper to keep it alive. Just making sure he doesn't want to come into a unfortunate open for it. So instead of bringing Lapras second, what are we thinking here, bud? He's got a lot that could hit that Ninetales pretty hard. A really rough choice for him, it looks like. He is going to go Lapras, Pelipper lead, Goodra, and yeah, so the rest of the Pokemon don't matter. The lead is all that matters, really. And they're both ready, so we're kicking it off right off the bat. Sorry we had to lead with your match, Jordan. No, nothing personal. Boom, boom. Yeah, Easter Sunday streams, you know, I figured it'd be a little light. All right, Ribombi and Caparajah, crazy lead. Thinking about doing a speed swap onto that Caparajah. Caparajah not really threatened by much on Jordan's team, and does actually pose a large threat to a lot of Pokemon on his team. So let's see where he's going with it. Are we going to set up the Tailwind? Can't get a free Blizzard. You can get a free Surf with that Water Absorb Lapras. Gonna go? No, man. No, where are we going? Oh, he chose Blizzard. Okay. And then we're gonna set up G-Max Resonance? No? Just gonna take advantage of the water that's already out there? Where are you going with it, Jordan? I don't know, man. I don't know. If it were me, I'd be hitting that Ribombi. It's probably sashed. Free Veil, bro. He is going in to the max. Pretty tight. Love me a G-Max Lapras. Turn 1 G-Max is a strategy, although it can end up biting you in the ass. Oh, they both go turn 1 G-Max. Heavy Caparajah. I'm expecting to see a speed swap here now from the Ribombi going into the Caparajah, which is probably Sheer Force Life Orb as well. And it's the G-Max form of the Caparajah, I believe. Speed swap happens, which, as we know with the new speed rules, that automatically makes Caparajah the fastest Pokemon on the field, and he gets to set up Steel Spikes, which is actually pretty big on Jordan's team. And it crits. So now he's set down Steel Spikes onto the field, which is ostensibly Stealth Rocks for Steel. He's taken most of that Pokemon's HP out. With the Blizzard, nothing really happens to the Caparajah. Ribombi takes a good chunk, and then that G-Max Resonance is going to kill the Ribombi. But at this point, we've got a speed-swapped Caparajah. Like, I mean, that's a great little combo that he just pulled off. Ribombi did its job. But Veil is also set up now, so that's a concern. I do think one more Steel Surge could kill the Lapras, but I'm not sure with Veil going up. Oh, looks like we have a guest star coming in.
Yo, where we at?
Let me pull up the time. We're at, here, I'll pause it. Sorry, viewers. We're at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Catch up.
4 minutes and 30 seconds?
Yep.
My fault. I didn't mean for you to pause it right away. I don't have the videos downloaded.
Okay, well, we'll just...
But no, it's cool. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
You got it?
I'm gonna just pull up. Sorry.
It's all good. Sorry, guys. My co-host came in. Was not prepared for that.
Alright, you said 4 minutes and what?
4 minutes and 30 seconds. And we're at a part where we have Caparajah who set up Steel Spikes, and he got speed swapped onto him from the Ribombi. So it's currently the fastest Pokemon on the field.
Yes. Wants to load.
That's actually like low-key.
Right.
Low-key, that's really powerful.
I'm here.
Okay, so ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, go. Alright, we're back out. Corviknight's pressure on, so it doesn't have its mirror armor. We're going to go for the free Surf to get a little heal on the Lapras, definitely meaning that Lapras can survive another G-Max Steel Spike. Mm-hmm. Although Caparajah can learn Max Fighting, which at this point, he has no reason not to go ahead and start. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I would have gone for the G-Max Fighting.
He didn't have it.
Why would you not have that on this strategy, Caparajah?
Because, it's just, this was, it had, like, grass for, Mudsdale.
Damn. So it survives by a little bit, and now it's going to get healed by not only the Water Absorb, but the grassy terrain. Still not enough for it to survive a third hit from the Caparaja, but that's 2 of your G-Max hits wasted on one Pokemon. And the Surf boosted by...
Now I wonder if he double targeted the Lapras, what would have made the difference? Like if he Brave Bird the Lapras right there.
No, absolutely. That would have killed that. That would have killed that Lapras. In fact, holy crap. That would have probably changed the entire game.
Yeah.
If he had double targeted and then he would have got the heal.
He just probably was not expecting.
If he had done like body press or even a steel type steel wing, like he definitely would have fucking.
I think he just didn't see the Royal Veil up, like he just wasn't like really expecting
attention.
it to live.
Yeah, I mean you gotta keep
Lapras. Yeah, you gotta keep that pressure on her.
So now all of that momentum that Brian built up has literally just melted away.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but that's the situation that we're in. How about another giveaway, folks? Let's go ahead and, if you're in the chat and you want to give away, hit me up. Let me know what you're looking for. See if I have it on hand. If I don't, maybe I'll make it for you. That would have also been a good strategy, switching into that. Changing the weather. But now I'm going to go ahead and just trade a rando for a Ditto on chat. I mean, not even on chat.
If he wants to come out of this, he needs to double target the Lapras like right away.
Absolutely.
Like, there's no other choice. And honestly, he has it easy here. Rock Slide, both of them.
I like how it makes, like, the icon of Lapras G-Max too.
Yeah, that is sick. But, you know, Rock Slide here and just a freaking Brave Bird or something onto it. And that'll be it. But he switches out.
Switches into Jirachi. Tailwind goes up. Now it's fucking... This is... Bad news bears. We're changing out weather again. Jirachi takes a fat hit to the face for free.
And that's rain boosted too, I think. No, it's not.
It wasn't, but if it was, it would have killed.
Yeah.
He eats a berry. Most people have their Dittos now.
But you know, in that instance, like even with the Tailwind, Tyranitar would have definitely had enough to live like that that water, even though it did get boosted because like it's got like the sand boosted special defense.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he would have lived and he might have killed with a close combat or something.
Well, I'm saying like, you know, like Rock Slide and then just hit and then finish it off with Corviknight.
Yeah. But unfortunately, now he's on tilt. You can tell by his choices.
Yeah,
he's just trying to outweight the Surf, which at this point is a detriment to him because Lapras is healing every time.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Switching out that Tyranitar was definitely not the move.
Yeah. So we're getting into it. Corviknight finally does faint. Jirachi almost fully healed after taking a huge smack to the face. Lapras pretty much in the same boat. Not looking great. And even if the Veil does go down, he still has Ninetales on the back burner with Light Clay to set up another Veil. And we're talking a 3 to 0 difference here. We got 3 Pokemon down for Brian. Again, if he had double targeted Lapras with Brave Bird even, or Body Press, Steel Wing, any of those things on that one turn, Caparaja would just still be running amok right now.
Probably.
Oh God. Did he double target? Nope, doesn't even matter anymore. It's just not going good for Brian at this point. He's got free smacks in the face each turn.
Mm-hmm.
He did double target, but it was too late.
And it did flinch.
It just doesn't even matter with this Pelipper healing it out here.
Yeah, it really doesn't. And
So,
had he protected, that would have waited out the one turn of Aurora Veil, and then he could have probably killed it.
yeah, he also probably should have Thunderbolt on that Hydreigon and have O-code that Pelipper. Other again, you know, it's easy to say that on this side of the battle.
Right, exactly. In the moment, you know, he's just looking at this fucking wall that he can't take down.
Ugh. I hate when I see other hackers.
Why?
I mean, I'm not a hacker.
What are you talking about?
So, like, a lot of times when you're out here trying to do Pokemon giveaways, people will, like, you'll just, if you're doing random links, you'll link up with someone and they'll be, like, offering you, like, a shiny legendary or something, and then they'll deny, like, they'll be like, no, I don't want that Ditto, just take this shiny legendary, and you'll be like, I don't want that shiny legendary, I have that shiny legendary, you know what I mean? Like, and so it's like you and another person who has unfettered access to Pokemon just like not trading each other and wasting each other's time.
Right.
Tailwind peters out too. Grass disappears from the battlefield. But at this point, it's too late.
Yeah.
We're actually going to give away that Pokemon that we just got from that person.
Honestly, had he kept in the Tyranitar back then, this probably would have been salvaged.
Oh yeah.
But who knows? I mean, anything can happen.
Mudsdale coming out just to exist. Maybe to reset Rain. I mean, honestly, he could bring out Ninetales right now with pretty much no problem. Really? That's some wishmaker. That would have been great if he had Caparajah out there. You know what I mean? Just life-doing Caparajah back to life. Would have been unstoppable. Yeah. Look out for that, ladies and gentlemen. Brian, I'm sorry. Your strategy is out there. That would have been a fucking sick, nasty one. Don't lesson this week. Don't underestimate Aurora Veil.
Yeah.
So we did catch one L on Jordan's side, I think. Yep, one L so far. Got these two Pokemon out here. Tailwind's not up. Free Earthquake, or he's doing, what was that?
High horsepower.
He was targeting you anyway, bud. Sets up the Tailwind. Now this is definitely going to be a fast Mudbray. High horsepower. Smacks Jirachi in the face. My bad, I was watching an episode of the show. There were Mudbrays in it. Rock Slide. Oh, Pelipper takes that other L. Mudsdale eats it and gets the stamina boost. Brian's just shaking his head. Hit him with an ice beam. It's too late here. There is nothing that he can do.
No, there's nothing at all.
Ninetales comes out and probably just gets a free little Moonblast kill. Half of Ninetales' HP right there just from the Steel Spikes. Like, that's how good Brian had it if he had double targeted Lapras.
Can you imagine if he led with, like...
Dude, if he doubled... Oh my god.
If he led with Stealth Rock and the Spikes?
Dude. Dude, he would have murdered like.
Dude.
And look at that Tyranitar eating that. Triggering weakness policy?
Yeah.
But, guess what?
And, you know, that would have been another thing, is if he lived for the Lapras's max move,
It would have triggered a weakness policy.
Weakness policy, and he would have been, like, going off.
Yeah. Well, Brian unfortunately takes another L and leads us with... Sorry, it skipped right to the next panel. Leads us with a 4-0. Yeah, 4-0 in Jordan's favor. Let me get it queued back up. Boom. 4-0 in Jordan's favor. Really good match, guys. Brian, don't underestimate Auroraville. Nobody underestimated Auroraville. That's the lesson this week. So we've got that match right there. It was a really good battle. Kudos to both players involved. We're going to queue up who else didn't? Alright, so Jay and Dan.
What up, Jordan? I put respect on Lapras's name. A lot of people actually did, to be honest, but I'm still waiting on Ryan to finish his votes, and then I can do it. He just hasn't done it.
Alright, so on the screen right now, if you can see, Zach, we have Jay versus Dan's team. So why don't you take Dan's team? I'll take Jay's team. Dan's team's pretty scary.
Yeah, well, we can definitely see that little sand core between Excadrill and Hibaudon.
This fucking Charizard's been getting passed around more than anything.
A little bit. But yeah, we got that little bit of a sand core here. You know, definitely a very scary friend on Dan's team. Of course, the Dragapult here to do some mad damage, possibly, to use Ghost and Psychic types. Bisharp here. This is everybody knows me. I hate Bisharp. I think he sucks. But them sucker punches do hurt. Defiant's a pretty good ability. I just wish it was on a better Pokemon. Keldeo here. He might be doing this kind of like beat up justified strat again, maybe. Or he just going raw special attacker. And I think this is the support Zard again that he was a fan of.
Oh, you're done?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, I guess we'll talk about Jay's team then. So Jay, over here, rocking shit like a champ. He got Throat Spray, Sylveon, which he got for basically free from Steven way earlier in the season. And that's just a beast of a Pokemon. Ironically, little insider tip on the nature of that Sylveon that has Throat Spray and is using Hyper Voice is quiet natured. It's just a little bit of irony. So, Marvel Scale, or is it competitive? What? No, it's Marvel Scale.
No, Marvel Scale, Flame Orb.
Marvel Scale Flame Orb right there. Gonna get it an insane amount of bulk. I'm not sure what he exactly is bringing with that Milotic. Probably, some haze action. Definitely Ice Beam versus this team. Probably a water attack too, just to round it out and protect or recover. I'm not too familiar with what he brought on that one. Then he's bringing, what berry is that? Lum?
No, that's a Guave.
A Guave. That's a healing half health berry for the Rotom the flying Rotom fan, whatever you want to call it. Then he's got Focus Sash Gothitelle, who I'm assuming is also going to be the Shadow Tag version, so it can't swap out. And even if you were to try to OHKO it so you could swap out, he's got Focus Sash on it, so you better be double targeting, or you're trapped. So that's a pretty awesome Pokemon, especially when you pair it with a max, especially a max like this here, Surfetched, because if you get a max Surfetched going off with some max fighting moves, all of a sudden you couldn't bring in your counter to that, and now this Surf Edge just sitting at +3, you know? Like, just annihilating your team. And then he's got his White Herb. Is that White Herb Dusclops?
Nah, that's Mental Herb.
Mental Herb Dusclops. Okay.
Which came in very much clutch.
So what does Mental Herb do exactly?
It protects it from taunt.
Oh.
And Dan did try to taunt it because he expected the Trick Room coming out. So he tries to taunt it with Dragapult, and then the Mental Herb kicks in.
And he must have been like, God damn it.
Dude, he hit up my DM salty as fuck.
God, like, Mental Herb.
The one fucking item.
The one thing that stops me. I'm going to go ahead and do another giveaway while we switch over to the victory screen. That was their teams pretty much here. So let's go to the victory screen. Jay versus Dan results. Oh my God. Oh, can you see it?
Oh man, yeah, that 5-0.
So, just like the last match,
gamer.
Look
at that league card, bro.
I'm saying league cards have been fire. Not quite exactly like the last match, because we weren't. No, we saw a 4-0 there, but the match before that we talked about, which was Justin versus Mike, was also a 5-0, and Dan and Mike are the top 2 players this right now. Like, they're both the top players. Dan was on, I think, a 7-win streak. Like, he had 7 wins in a row, and then he comes in and catches a swift 5-0. Off of Jay. I mean, Jay's team is pretty beast, so it's you know, it's kind of hard. It's both hard to plan for and like hard to stop once it gets going. So you know, no hard feelings, I'm hoping, on Dan's part, but Jay mops with a clean 5-0, 2 5-0s this entire week, both on the top rated players. I mean, that's crazy. Are you just gonna act all nonchalant about it? Well, that'll bring us to our next match, which is you and I.
Me and you.
Yep. So
and toi.
I thought, you know, that he might bring this Snorlax, which was on there, on his team. So I had some fighting moves planned. I also had some psychic stuff for like his Weezing and his Conkeldurr. I had fairy stuff for Conkeldurr as well. You see I got the Choice Band on the Arcanine there to hit heavy and fast. Figgy Berry on Araquanid to keep it alive longer since it's already annoying as hell. Renewlicus with Life Orb. I thought that I had my Protect version on here, but this is actually a Recover version. So that's a thing. And then Mago Berry on the Raichu. Lots of berries this week because I wanted to keep my Pokemon alive and healthy. And that's, I mean, pretty much my team here. You could see how it's a little bit fast and slow, so I could have gone either way. Seeing it, you might think I might go Trick Room, but both Zach and my teams are both like kind of hybrid speed teams, so we can go fast or slow. And so in my mind, I was like, well, I'm not going to set up Trick Room for him, but if he wants to go Trick Room, I'll take advantage of it. Otherwise, I'm just going to lean into him assuming I'm going Trick Room. And that's where this set came out with. I also, instead of doing any support on the Clefable, I went for an offensive Clefable this time.
Right. I kind of like went into this match kind of like actually afraid of him bringing Trick Room. So like I try to actually play kind of like a counter to his Trick Room because honestly I thought about it and I'm like...
not to quote JoJo, but like next you're gonna say you thought I was bringing Trick Room. like I fucking saw that shit and I was like, Reese was like, well, you should bring Trick Room. I was like, nah, he thinks I'm bringing Trick Room. I know he does, so I'm not gonna bring Trick Room.
I'll be real with him though. I'll be 100%. I was doing some testing and I was just kind of like, you know what? His stuff in Trick Room is a lot scarier than mine. Straight up. So I'm like, I'm not letting this happen. I am not letting him pull off the room. So I actually went into this. I was gonna go assault vest on the Vigavolt here, but I was like, you know what? I just want to be sure that I can do some damage, do some real OHKO damage out here. So I put a choice specs on him.
Nice,
And,
nice.
Yeah, it's like a freaking truck. We got Conkeldurr here. I was gonna consider doing the assault vest Conkeldurr like I was before, but I was just like really like, I want to have protect just in case, and so I went for the flame orb. And also, I was afraid of Rotom Will-O-Wisping it. I felt like Will-O-Wisp was going to come in hard on me, and I'm pretty sure I was right about that. So Guts really came in clutch. So this Colossal here, it was honestly like not my win con. It was more or less here to take up those fire attacks aimed at Vikavolt and Vanillix. You know, in case Arcanine came out, trying to whip out a fire move on it. So I was like, I'll switch in and get the steam engine boost.
Yeah, and then take advantage of that speed.
Right. And it's like, if I maxed it, I maxed it, and I had the G max just to do the extra damage to his like really bulky team.
That was one of my reasonings for having Magic Guard on the Gummy Bear, but also having I had a fighting move on Clefable with Unaware, so that like if you did get the boost, I would just still fucking come in.
You'd be like, fuck it, I don't care about this thing.
Yeah, like that, and that was also there for the boosts on like Snorlax and stuff.
Right, yeah, no, and that was definitely a thought I had, because I was going to consider bringing Snorlax, but Clefable kind of scared me away from that.
Yeah, I mean, Clefable is the #1 thing people ask me for in my DMs.
No, that's fair. Weezing here. So I was gonna consider bringing neutralizing gas because, like, you know, it takes away Araquanid's water bubble. You know, makes Rotom affected by ground moves. You know, like, and that's all cool and all. But the problem with it inherently was like, it would still die to Diggersby because it doesn't have Levitate. And the one Mon's ability that I wanted to cancel with it, you can't negate.
What ability is that?
Mimikyu's Disguise. If you brought Mimikyu with Disguise, neutralizing gas would not negate it.
Yeah, that makes sense because it's like a physical bit. It's like
exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
it's like Aegislash's stance change.
Yeah.
And Wishy-Washy's schooling. You can't just like negate their ability.
Yeah. It's who they are.
Yeah, exactly. But there's that. Vanillix here. Vanillix was really clutch in this match. Setting up the Aurora Veil and just, you know, having a chance to abuse some weather was really nice. I really have been liking Vanillix these past 2 weeks. You know, he's been really freaking clutch for me, to be honest. And then Inteleon here to do some lethal damage.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's kick it off. You ready?
Yeah, man.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
But yeah, Vanillix has been pretty freaking sick, I ain't gonna lie.
And we have one other non-recorded match and then one other recorded match.
So going into this match, you saw my team. Like, what were you thinking? Like, like you know what I mean? Like,
I wasn't thinking a lot because the mushrooms had kicked in at this point. So I was like,
why you would?
I was like, who am I gonna bring in first? And at first I was bringing in this to hit hard and move out. But then I was like, wait a second. No, I definitely want to have the fake out support, and I want my Gummy Bear out there first to do a big hit. And when I saw what lead you, even though I know it wasn't the lead you intended on bringing, when I saw the lead that you had, I was like, this is an easy fake out choice.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. There's no NDD. There's no worry about having to do all that.
And if you were, I mean, also like if you were doing the, if you were doing Conkeldurr, you would either protect Conkeldurr to, you know, either set up its guts or obviously baiting out a fake out. Or if you didn't protect, I was just gonna hit it hard as fuck with like a life orb boosted psychic.
Yeah, no.
So I was like,
had it been the assault vest one I had that I was considering bringing, then that would have been the right call.
Yeah.
And if you
Oh, look
notice,
at those
we went
fresh
right
trainer
down.
cards.
We went right down to 0 because I was like hesitating on what I wanted to lead with, and I wanted to lead with Vanillix Vikavolt at the very end, but as you can see, that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of just like, fuck me for a minute, fuck me.
So I'm feeling it. I'm like, I'm gonna fake out this bug, and then
this
I'm gonna.
this choice specs here, I'm just kind of like, I brought it for this Reuniclus because I was afraid of it. This thing Dynamax is not a joke.
I almost double targeted the Victory Viper,
Yeah,
and then I was like, nah, because in the off chance that he doesn't do
like if I have
protect,
knockoff or
if he
I have
doesn't,
knockoff or
yeah,
something.
you know what I mean. Like if you didn't do protect, I didn't want to fuck it up, so I figured I'd go for a clean first open.
Yeah,
Even
that's
if you
fair.
switched out, you know what I mean, I get a free little
Like
hit in.
whatever. Yeah, exactly. Whatever comes in, comes in.
So this seemed safe to me in the beginning. And he does protect with that, so I was like, okay, that means I faked out the right Pokemon. And when you didn't fake out, or when you didn't protect with Victory Viper, it was like, alright, this thing is going to do Bug Buzz. I immediately recognized that, and I was like, okay. So here you go to me. I'm thinking like, do I Dynamax? Can I survive it with if I
Right.
Dynamax? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I think that bottom move is protect, and I choose it, but it's recover. So
I can't believe that. I couldn't believe that, dude. I would have been.
I thought it was protect, and then
I would have been crying there. I ain't gonna lie.
nothing happens, and I'm like, huh, that's weird. I hit protect, right? And then I was like, oh, it's recover.
And I was so
I was
happy
just
because
hoping
like I
that
thought
I survived it.
I really thought I was looking at fake out Trick Room, but then when I didn't see the Trick Room go off, I'm like, all right, fine. I'm destroying this Reuniclus. I don't care.
Yeah, and I was going for a free little play rough, like a little kitschy play rough move on him. I get the Bug Buzz and die, and I'm just like, oh, it's downhill now.
And I made sure to equip that choice specs for that Reuniclus, because if you were like going like for like a Calm Mind set or a Trick Room set, like that thing was going to be really annoying to take out.
Yeah.
So now, I'm not playing with that Reuniclus. I see you're about to bring an Arcanine, but you're like, nah, fuck it.
Yeah, I've decided to go with the Sentinel because like none of your Pokemon really threaten him, but it lets me start setting up my shit.
Right. And I'm kind of like expecting the D-Max water move here, so I'm like, I know I'm faster than your bug, so I can at least get my turn of Aurora Veil up.
Yeah. And then I go for the Volt Switch here, which I guess I could have gone for like... What item is on that?
Vanillix?
Yeah.
It's Light Clay.
Damn, I could have gone the knockoff. Instead, I choose to do Volt Switch.
That's another reason why I like Vanillix is like a lot of people kind of like downplay him being like a threat, and he is actually kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a good special attack stat. He's pretty bulky, to be honest. And it's not like he's got exploitable weaknesses like Ninetales does. So it's like he has some staying power.
So I max. It's early. The Volt Switch goes off. I'm hoping for a little bit more damage. It doesn't do enough. If I had Volt Tackle, it probably would have killed, but I took that off for Volt Switch.
Maybe you should have kept that on.
Yeah. And now I'm like, what do I bring in? So I switch over to...
I see you looking at this pupper a lot. You'd be like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You'd be thinking like, yeah, let's go for it, but...
I bring in the washing machine.
I guess you were figuring with the D-Max water and the rain setup, it just made sense.
Yeah. And I could get another Volt Switch out if I wanted. To waste it, some time. The Veil makes it so I don't quite hit half damage on the Wheezing with that, but the rain is up now, so now I'm pretty confident I can kill it. But also, I know I need to take care of some other business too. So I'm like, what do I do? I choose to hit Hydro Pump on the thing because
And
of
I
the
really
boost.
thought I would have died here because of the rain boost.
But nah, the Aurora
Wheezing
Veil
is a champ.
protects. Aurora
And
Veil saved it.
Yeah, it did. And I had like 88 like special defense on it, so like I had like a little bit of investment, and that was just enough to let it live.
Freeze Dry doesn't kill the Outcast, triggers Citrus Berry. So I'm feeling okay about my current situation. He does do a Toxic, and I'm like, fuck, but also I'm like, alright, that's not so bad. Because I have 2 turns left to Dynamax, and this is one of them. So
Right.
I can keep him out for the next Dynamax turn, no question. I do get the free kill with that. Now I'm more or less worried about taking out this Wheezing. Again, nothing on his team really threatens what I have out right now too much.
Right. And I went into this match like really expecting the weakness policy of Rakwanid, so like I'm not like going out there trying to challenge it. Like I try to play around it, I poisoned it, trying to do like some little bits of damage and just let it slowly die
Get
off.
it into a killing zone, yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna kill that guy and do as much damage as I can to this fucker here. Or actually, I think I chose Volt Switch. And you do some good damage here. You were thinking a lot this match.
I was thinking because like this Conkeldurr was supposed to have Drain Punch on it, and when I'm in the battle, I'm like, I see close combat, and I'm just kind of like, fuck. Like it is not Drain Punch. I have less survivability now, and I'm okay. So I'm just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You're affected by Toxic at this point. Let's just go for the double protect and be safe.
I saw that and I was like, damn it, man. Fucking asshole. So he goes double protect. My Volt Switch obviously fails. And then my guys are still bust through protect. I was expecting like a protect in some form or another, but I was like, I'm still gonna bust through that shit.
Right.
And get him into a more killable zone,
I stole your team's trade secret.
Alright, now I'm out of max mode, but I'm free to do a switch or whatever. I'm feeling confident about keeping it in because I have Rain Up and Water Bubble still in play. So I'm going for the attack here. I know I got to get rid of this Wheezing.
Yeah, because I think I was definitely going to try to hit something with another Toxic.
Yeah, that, it also puts pressure on like Clefable and stuff, so I just needed it out of there, and I was like, Volt Switch should be enough in this instance. The Mach Punch almost kills me. I get the Volt Switch off, and it kills, and I was like, yes, fuck yeah, yeah! I'm like over here like, yes, 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 yes! I survive and get the free switch, and now I'm like, screw it, let me go ahead and intimidate this guy so he's not as important, and then I'll hit him with the low liquidation, which does a fuck ton of damage under the rain with Water Bubble.
Yeah, even with Aurora Veil.
Yeah, without Aurora Veil, I mean, who knows?
Probably would have been an OK. Probably.
And then we see you bring out, now this is where things start to change. I got an option here. I think I can kill that thing. I'm pretty sure, but I should probably switch out. And I'm double targeting it just because, like, should I switch out? I should switch out, man. Like, I should go ahead and switch out. And instead, I was like, fuck it.
I saw this one turn of rain, and I'm just like, I gotta take it. I gotta take
the shot. And he snipe shots and kills pretty much the one thing that I have to question. I have a couple other things that could do damage to it, but that was my one answer to his Vikavolt now. And it's out of the game. Leech Life does way less damage than I thought it was. Should have fucking just done Liquidation and it probably would have killed. And Close Combat comes out. Which, like, if I had done Liquidation on the other Pokemon over there, like, even better, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that would have killed it, yeah.
so, I screwed up there. Now the poison takes a bigger chunk out of my health. I'm in an awkward spot. That's pretty much where I lost the game right there.
Yeah, losing at Arcanine. Yeah.
I can still do some damage out here and maybe win. I just got to play smart. So I'm going to go ahead and swap in. And I'll get the fake out on the Pokemon that can do the most damage.
And you were very like right for doing this, because I was literally like, at this point, I'm like, that bug's gonna die, like, no matter what this turn if he keeps it in. So I'm like, I'm gonna use Poison Jab in case he switches in Clefable. So like, you faking out the Conkeldurr was the right call.
But also, I knew you had Life Orb on that other Pokemon, so I'm like, maybe the Life Orb will do enough to fucking make the cut, you know?
Right. And I think that's the only reason I really protect with Yusuke here, because I'm like, I don't want to just die to a fake out. I don't want to risk it.
Yeah. And so that's...
Because right now, Inteleon is the fastest thing between all these teams.
Yeah. Marvin comes out, and he's unopposed because we get a protect off of the Yusuke, and then I get a free little fake out, which will result in the death of him with the burn.
Not this turn.
Next turn, whatever.
Not this turn. That is important.
I'm not sure what to do at this point.
It's like, fuck it.
Right? Reset my own fake out, sure.
I was considering double targeting the Raichu because I knew I would outspeed it. But I'm just like, I just want to do damage to everything. Because I'm not actually afraid of any of these specific Pokemon.
Yeah. So the Mach Punch comes out. And you get the Snipe Shot.
And if this was a crit, even better. But it wasn't.
Triggers the berry. I was like, damn, that hit hard.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I ain't a joke. It's got some good stats.
I get the Volt Switch kill. And now I just get a free kill off on the other Pokemon. Should have switched that Pokemon in way earlier. So Yusuke dies. Now it's 2-3.
2-4, I think. Yeah, 2-4.
But all of my Pokemon are injured.
Exactly.
So I'm in a pretty bad spot.
And I'm kind of just like, at this point, like, his whole team is like weakened, and I'm just like, Vikavolt can literally just take apart this entire team. Like, it's not like you have anything that can actually, like, hard.
Yeah. Well, you have specs on, so.
Well, I was saying, like, as far as like making it my D-Max.
So here I'm like, if I can just put something on that Vikavolt that'll do damage over time, I might be able to get some chip kill. It's really my only option at this point.
I really thought you were gonna go for the Hydro Pump on it, to be honest. Just to like do some damage.
Yeah, but I thought you had Assault Vest still at this point.
That's fair.
Will-O-Wisp. I get the Focus Blast off. Steel Spike kills my Marvin the Martian. It's unfortunate, but it had to go.
And I did consider waiting a turn, like being like, should I just like wait the D-Max here? Because I do have the specs. But I was just kind of like, it doesn't make sense not to go on the offensive here when I have a chance.
Yeah. And your Aurora Veil finally goes down. Should have checked the field. Could have done like I would double protect.
Yeah.
And then waited out that Aurora Veil.
An item I have on this Colossal is Peshot Berry. So that's kind of like why like I wasn't really bothering to protect or anything. I was just like, fuck it, let's just...
So I go for the protect here so that no matter what, even if you don't target it with a max, the poison will trigger its Figgy Berry.
Right. And that was smart. Because I was really like thinking like this thing had a freaking weakness policy on it the entire time, so I'm trying to play around it.
Yeah. Max Flutterby. And unfortunately, the mouse can't survive. I think the heat wave that you did rock slide or something.
Nah, ancient power.
Yeah, and he doesn't survive it. Unfortunately, you crit though.
Yeah.
So I was like, if he survived, the berry might have gone off. I might have had a chance to like do some damage. Because then I definitely could have hit. You know, you would have had two problems to deal with.
Right.
I'm not really pressed by your bug attack because of that. So like lightning would have been your only option, and lightning rod would have fucking.
Nah, I wouldn't have let the lightning rod trigger. Fuck that.
That's what I'm saying, exactly. So
Yeah,
like at
so
this point, and then you go for the protect, which I was like, obviously I was gonna get the kill, but guess not. Boom.
Yeah. Couldn't let that happen.
Max lightning goes off. 3 minutes left, and the game comes to a close. With 2-0 Zach.
Very, very tight game. Very close.
Tight, close game. Awesome trainer cards there. I notice you don't have as many stars as I do.
Stars.
You see?
I don't know what those are.
You earn those by being good at the game. Anyway, so that was good games, nice, fresh. Is that the same outfit you wore last week?
Yeah.
Man, I changed my outfit. I got a whole new one just for this week.
Yeah, man, you were looking sick, man. Everybody was making fun of how Ash was dressing you up. You changed it up.
Nobody was making fun of that.
Everybody was making fun of that.
Nah, that outfit last week. That outfit last week was dope.
Jordan, do you have any comments about Ian's
Jordan's not even watching anymore. Shut up. Alright, so before we get into this last match, we do have a little preview to show off of... God, can you guys just... Can you take a screenshot with your Switch and then take that screenshot, right? Dude, and upload that screenshot to the fucking Facebook page directly.
I showed him that button like 3 fucking times. And
like,
he just does it
I'm tired of these half-cocked pictures that I gotta pose from the handy cams that don't even fit the screen.
So dumb.
Anyway, Steven versus TJ. Steven got a pretty awesome team last week. With the addition of Gengar and Qrem, the only legendary that's like a mythic kind of, I guess, in the whole league right now. Obstagoon, who he hasn't been bringing and hasn't been using to a lot of effect. He has his Alcremie that he got from Dan. It's a pretty awesome Pokemon. It does some decorate shit. Which I think he was bringing like Choice Scarf or whatever, decorate. He's got Guts, Machamp, and then Octillery that he decided to bring against TJ this week. You want to take TJ? I mean, we're trying to rush through these ones anyway.
Yeah, we got the typical probably Missy Surge Holucha combo, with Unburden. That's pretty easy to see there. Darmanitan can either be banded or scarfed. I'm not sure which one. Rotom here to do some sick damage. Durant here, that's the mon that he got from you, and that thing can hit like a Truckle Hustle. Maybe he Dynamaxed it. Not sure.
I'm not sure, yeah.
And we
So,
got Togedemaru.
Togedemaru, which he hasn't been bringing, and he told me, he was like, it came in clutch this week. I was like, yeah, it's a clutch Pokemon. You should have been using it all year. So, here are the results of that. Now, that's a 1-0. That's a really tight game. It's so tight a game, in fact, that Steven's Gengar, which was his last Pokemon, survived by 8 HP.
Nah. Show the picture. 2 HP.
Was it 2? I'm pretty sure it was 8.
It was 2 HP.
Hang on, let me look at this.
That's why I posted the picture to the match results.
Oh, I deleted it. It's in my trash.
Oh, you're an ass.
Oh no, it's out of my trash now. Anyway, so 2 HP he survives by, leading
That's
to
how close our game was.
Yeah, leading to a 1-0 in Steven B's favor.
I would have loved to see all these matches, honestly.
Yeah, and those two are actually like the top 2 newbies. I would say arguably TJ has a cleaner performance, but regardless of how messy Steven B is, he's got some W's. So they're both really good newbies, and this one Steven B takes with a 2 HP 1-0. Which brings us to Steven and J Wade. Man, Steven and J Wade. Zach?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you take both of these teams. I gotta refill my beer.
Okay. Well, I helped Steven do a lot of testing for this match. I was destroying him with J Wade's team, like a lot. So this team has definitely changed up a lot. He goes in with this Primarina set, just kind of bulky, just here to answer threats. Gardevoir here, it's kind of just here with support options, to like help combat against J Wade's special attackers. And it does pretty well with it. Butterfree here to kind of just set up Tailwind, maybe put out Sleep Powder, stuff like that. Chandelure is here to just kind of like wreck like a truck. That's his thing. Steelix was like his latest addition to his testing team, so I didn't really get to see a lot of it, honestly. I wasn't a big fan of it when I saw it, but Life Orb, Sheer Force, it can do some serious damage if unchecked. And then Dracovish, here to just kind of clean up. Mamoswine here. Mamoswine just can do like wreck like a truck, do some mad damage. Sableye can, support the team with Fake Out and Will-O-Wisp taunt support. Corsola, just kind of hard to kill. Really can just kind of be annoying. Ninetales and Venusaur, the obvious combo, just wrecking house, man, doing some serious damage, and then Gastrodon here to combat his walls. That's pretty much it. So, now that I've gone through all of that, this is a good time as any to talk about how much Coke Zero loves you. And I'm not even just saying that because we're sponsored by Coke Zero, but it's just they love you. They have your best interests at heart. So believe in Coke Zero. Go out today and get a Coke Zero bottle, and I'm sure you will find happiness in your life.
Shut up.
Coke. What? I
don't want to hear your propaganda.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was talking about the teams the entire time.
Sure. Are you done?
Yeah.
Alright, so Steven gave us no time. He kicks right into it. He just gave us enough little snippet to have the screen with the teams on it.
Okay.
So, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go! Steven versus Jawade.
I mean, at least you got that far. Compared to the times where I've like taken the video and just be like at the beginning of the match.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
It's not like I do it on purpose. It's just like there's so much you gotta do.
So much. So the games start kicking off. What I do is I click view teams and then I immediately hit start record and then I start looking at my opponent's team. Alright, we're going for, what was that, Protect? We want to Thunderwave this Venusaur to prevent Prankster Sunny Day.
You also missed this, but the Gardevoir comes in and Trace comes out and it copies Prankster.
Oh.
So he is now Prankster Gardevoir with T-Wave and Light Screen.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, so he fakes out.
I was kind of confused there. Like, if you're going to fake out, why Protect? Why fake out Protect? You got a free
attack.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you take advantage of it.
So here we go again. We're going into the eye. We're going into the eye. We're going into the ice. Ice. It's gonna ice beam. We're gonna ice beam this guy, and we're gonna thunder wave him with Prankster. Right? Nope. Oh, we're gonna Prankster light screen it. Fuck Sableye, I don't need him. Let's go Ninetales. Get that chlorophyll.
Sees it coming out. It's like, fuck it. I don't care.
Now we're setting up screens, which is tight. We got screens up. He's going for the Sludge Bomb. Oh, on the ninth. It does not a kill, which is pretty impressive, actually.
A light screen.
Oh, yeah. It's the only reason. Now, that was great. Great play. We got Ice Beam still in play. Hyper Voice, but it is reduced by the Sunny Day. I
do wonder how this match would have if he Dynamaxed the Venusaur right here. Like, not right here, but like that turn. And he got the plus special attack from Sludge Bomb.
Ah, interesting. And he also probably would have killed with that boost in damage. So, Corsola comes out. Excuse me.
Was she?
When did he get Corsola?
From you.
I thought I traded that to Stephen B.
I don't know. You got Corsola somewhere. Corsola been passed around like a slutty potato.
Alright, and we're going in to choose Hyper Voice. Dazzling Gleam. No? Thunderwave. Yeah, why not? Ooh, Protect. Protect takes off. Hyper Voice comes out. Is protected. Gonna do almost nothing to the Corsola. Miracle. Ooh.
You know, double nothing is still nothing.
Double nothing is still nothing. I would be, honestly, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. Probably go for that Hyper Voice again. Switch out time.
He considered it.
But nah, we gotta get this Thunder Wave off. Oh, he withdrew.
He was like, "Fuck, are you going to Thunder Wave? I'm switching this ground type."
Good luck Thunder Waving grounds. You can't. And I have Storm Drain. That was a smart move on Jay Wade's part. Oh, Hyper Voice is disabled because of Cursed Body. Icy Wind gonna slow them down and do a little bit of damage. Corsola is annoying as shit and will almost always guarantee you to go to time.
The reason why you got rid of it.
I never used it because of that. I mean, I love it. It's a great Pokemon, but you're almost guaranteed to go into time with it.
Yep.
How do we kill it is the question right now on everybody's mind.
Double target.
Dracovish coming out, looking fancy. Baxley pre-burrito. Pre-marina maxed out, looking fly. Still a tank. Pre-marina max overgrowth. He eats the Repa berry over there, right?
Rindo berry.
Rindo.
Halving grass damage.
Still a good amount of damage. Not enough though.
That's another one I thought you were gonna bring was a Ferrothorn.
What?
In our match, Ferrothorn.
What move?
No, Ferrothorn. I thought you were gonna bring it.
Oh yeah, no. Nah, I didn't bring it.
Figured you would be like, yeah, you want to bring Trick Room? I'll
You had
use
some
that
outs to
gyro
it,
move.
and also it wasn't like that effective against a lot of your team.
I'd beg to differ.
It wasn't worth it. You get hit with one fire move and it's game over, even with rain up sometimes.
Equip that Aka Berry, bro.
Crunch. Oh, with the actual boost. Will it be enough? He didn't double target, but he is going to get rid of the Gastrodon, right? No, because it protected.
Yep.
Strength Sap coming out. Not looking great. That's going to pretty much fully heal that Corsola. Oh my god, I fucking hate that shit. If he had double targeted right there, he would have won.
He wasn't thinking that. He was gonna that was gonna live.
Dude, come on, it's a Corsola. I mean, I don't even know here, you know?
Yeah, no, it sucks.
What he doesn't know is technically that Hyper Voice with his ability is going to turn into Liquidation, right? So it's going to be a Max Water if he chose Max Strike.
I would really hope he knew that. But he probably doesn't.
He probably doesn't know it, and it sucks.
This switch-in sucked. I don't know why he thought this was a safe switch-in, because it wasn't.
It was the opposite of a safe switch-in, and it results in the death of his Chandelure.
Should have switched in that Butterfree.
Give Chandelure a proper home.
Give Chandelure a proper home.
3 turns later of Max, he has finally killed the Gastrodon. You pretty much want to toxic that fucking Corsola if you want to beat it.
Yeah, pretty much. I gotta play J-Wade next week.
Good. Fuck him up. And it's paralyzed, so he like can't do anything else to it. Except for hope that the paralysis takes hold. Venusaur. Now, the game is pretty much... I mean, J-Wade's got all the cards. Well, where do we go from here, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yes. That is the right answer. Yes. Yes. Yes, Tailwind is correct. No. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Wrong move.
And he chooses to do the wrong move.
And that was also grassy terrain boosted, so that's a
lot of damage.
don't know what the fuck he was thinking.
Primarina looking like shit, feeling like shit, hating life.
Now he's doing the right call.
Goes for the
Yeah,
protect.
that thing he should have did last turn. The exact thing he should have did last turn.
Ninetales' heat wave busts off. Is it going to be enough to kill this? No, because it has focus sash on it. Ugh. Tailwind comes up. Venusaur almost dead.
I hate the item animations.
Yeah.
They take up so much time for like no reason. It would be dope if there was an effect that would heal everything. It just does it all.
What?
You know what I mean? Like, okay, like you saw Venusaur is going to get healed. Primarina.
Isn't there a card or a move like that? It's like it kills itself and then the person who comes in gets healed.
That's not what I was talking about. I know what you're talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about instead of the animations doing them all separately healing them, since Grassy Terrain's going to heal them all, they just all
It just
heal
does
them
it at the same time. I see what you're saying, yeah. Instead of each individual animation.
Because I don't know why they do that.
They're learning, bro.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Stop lying. They are super not learning.
They are learning, bro. We got
considering
DLC.
our Wi-Fi, I don't think they're learning. How the Wi-Fi literally gets worse every generation from PSS? I don't think so.
PSS was the best. Alright, now we're ready to do some damage. Right? Thunderwave the Mamoswine because it's ground type, and you know you love to do things wrong.
He was considering it.
Alright, what are we gonna do? We're gonna Fishious Rend it.
Yeah, boy.
Alright, now we're maxing. J-Wade's maxing.
Yep. And I really didn't approve. I don't know.
It's a bad max call.
Yes. I was not a fan of this move.
Alright, protect. Damn.
Yeah,
Still lived. Max
but
Hailstorm.
he goes for Max Hailstorm, and now that changes his Sun Weather. So now, like, this Ninetales is useless.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you change the weather instead of giving them a +1 on Quake? When it's still neutral damage.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense.
You know J-Wade.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Still no shiny Eevees.
And now it's like going to be really hard to take out Steelix now that he doesn't have the sun up.
Still going for the Thunder Wave. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck it.
You're slow now.
That's the thing with max moves. You gotta consider the long-term effects of like what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You can't just wing it. You gotta think like, what is this gonna do for the rest of my team?
Exactly.
Like Steven was really smart with it last week because he uses his Salazzle to just kind of like boost the power of both his Salazzle and his other special attacker to make them both scary. And it did work.
Did what it was meant to do.
Right.
So that Mamoswine died, right?
Yes, it did.
Now we got a fake out coming out. 3 minutes left. Dazzling Gleam comes out.
And his Ninetales would have been hitting for a lot more damage. Sun
The
out.
Dracovish would have lived. I mean, died. But it's going to die to hail, I guess.
It's still gonna die. It's still gonna die. But the Gardevoir might have died. He might have honestly won this. Yeah, he would have probably won this if he left the sun out.
My God.
No guarantee on it, but he might have. Now he's just kind of stalling out the timer. Because, you know, Steven would do that. Nah, fuck him.
So, how... He still doesn't have an answer for Cursula.
He doesn't really need to unless if he has an answer for these.
Well, Strength Sap is just going to continue... Oh, I guess, yeah, because he can just time out. He can just time him out. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's paralyzed too, so it's not gonna like... You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's gonna hit the Sableye really hard.
Yep.
Heat Wave. Kills the Gardevoir. Ninetales faints. And now he just has... Wait a second.
He has Steelix. And he has Primera.
I'm saying J-Wade just has... Corsola.
Yeah.
At full health.
Yeah.
All right, what do you do here? Guess you, Ironhead the shit out of it, right?
Yeah. Why not? You know. I would protect. Fuck it. Oh, I'd consider it.
Boom, hyper voice. Ooh, Ironhead gets disabled by that. But he paralyzed. Oh, and he wins! And he wins! He would have won. He would have won by 2, but he still gets the win.
That's funny.
Because the paralysis is what made the difference. If he had got Strength Stab off, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
This turn would have ended in Corsola dying.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's those type of situations that it's like, do you just give them the 2? But you don't. You can't.
You can't. It's everybody knows how time works.
Yep. Time is unforgiving.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that brings us to the end of week 10.
Crazy week, man.
Pretty crazy week. We had some big shakeups, some really nice matches too against a couple really good players, myself included. We had a lot of really good matches, some fun out of a couple of our players, and then some big shakeups. Big shakeups. Big shakeups.
Yeah, man.
I mean, the top 2 people both lost by 5.
Top 3. I think Aris is second.
Is he second? Okay. Well, 2 of the top players lost by 5.
Yeah.
And that's gonna hit their scores hard.
Yeah.
Bringing them down
And
lower.
That fourth spot's definitely going down too.
Mm-hmm. So we got some interesting things coming up in the pipeline for next week. Let's skip over to spreadsheet here.
Whoever is currently in the 4th spot sucks.
That'll bring us to week 11, which is myself versus Dan. I'm going to take myself in that transaction. I can definitely beat the shit out of Dan. We got Stephen B versus Jay. That should be a really interesting fight. Stephen B's been getting some lucky W's in. Jay, a little out of it, but doing really, really well with a great team. So I'm going to take Jay on that transaction. Aris versus Kid Sid. Tough to call. Kid Sid's team has gotten pretty crazy. Aris's team, while it's still good, is a little lackluster right now. So, you know...
You hear that, Aris?
I mean, it could go either way. I mean, experience over here on Aris's side, pedigree, and then, I mean, Kid Sid's been doing a lot better. So, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say Aris, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
I gotta have faith in my man, so I think Steven can take it.
And then we got Zach versus Jay Wade. I think Jay Wade's gonna easily win this one. No problem.
What'd you say?
You and Jay Wade's gonna win.
Probably.
And then TJ versus Jordan. That would be Jordan H. That's a big match. I'm gonna back my boy TJ, even though Jordan has been around longer and has been my boy for longer. TJ is a Best Buy boy, so I'm gonna back him on this one. I also think his team is really good, but Jordan's team is crazy good now too. So we'll see. I mean, Auroraville is hard to play through, as we saw this week. And then we get Justin versus Brian. Now, Justin and Brian are both on the bottom tier. They're basically fighting for a chance to scrape their way to the top at this point, and we'll see who ends at that. I'm gonna go with my man. Justin. I mean, he beat Mike by 5 this week.
Yeah, man. Justin's been on fire.
No offense, Brian, but that will be week 11, which we will have on stream next week. We'll see you guys then. Sorry about the delay in the stream. and the lack of commentators. But as always, I've been your host and CEO, Murrah. I have with me my co-star and co-host, Zach.
You.
We'll see you guys next week. Good luck to all the players in the coming week 11. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. See you later, players.